rain doesn't come from God. Rain is as a result of the fall of man. There was no rain from Genesis 1 and 2. There are 2 chapters in the Bible that are perfect. Genesis 1 and 2. From Genesis chapter 3, man has fallen. And from chapter 3 forward, it's a different modus operandi. Now, if you study carefully, you'll find out that the first time rain fell was Genesis chapter 7 and 8, the flood of Noah. And that rain was judgment. So rainfall is not a blessing from God. Rainfall is judgment for man's sin. What was God's plan in the beginning? There was water above the firmament, water under the ground. Water under the ground was to just keep watering the ground. And there was plant, all the seed was in the ground. Man didn't have to go to farm. Farm was natural. Fruits grew out of the ground. Food grew out of the ground. And God told man to eat all the herbs of the field. Man was not supposed to eat meat. Meat was not part of man's diet. It was the herbs of the field. God said to Adam, you can eat of every tree. Eat of all the herbs. But don't eat that one. The day you eat it, you shall surely die. And if you observe, the Bible tells us that things were growing from the ground of their own accord. The leaves and the fruits and the vegetables never grew old and never died. They were evergreen. So you just keep eating. And what God created was supposed to be forever. So in the sky there was water to condition the atmosphere so that the whole planet is cool, so that man is comfortable to live long. Water was gathered in one area, land was gathered in one area, and the whole world was one. There were no continents, no Africa, no Europe, no Canada, no America, no Asia. It was one world, people living together. And the Bible said they were moving together. The whole world, all human beings were moving together because we all came from one tribe, one tongue, one blood. All of us had one language. It was the fall of man, the sin of man. The fall of man caused a global change. The heavens collapsed. Water that was supposed to be in the sky, cooling the atmosphere, started falling down. We started having floods. We started having earthquakes. It was not so from the beginning. We took time to also look at where do babies come from. And we established that babies don't come from heaven. Babies don't come from God. There's a process that God put on the earth. There are only 2 people that came from God, Adam and Jesus. And both of them were perfect. None of them came without leg. None of them came blind. None of them came limping. Adam was perfect. Jesus was perfect. It gives you an idea of God's nature. Everything God created was perfect. In Genesis chapter 1, the Bible says, and God saw that all he has made was very good. Have you ever imagined how the lion and the lamb and chicken were together in the ark of